Hi everyone, my name is Skylar Moe. I am in English 1102, and today I will be introducing and discussing the concept of automatism. Automatism is an excuse defense against criminal liability for defendants who committed a presumptively criminal act in a state of unconsciousness, semi-consciousness, or unawareness. A controversial question is, when under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or other mind-altering substances, do people have the capacity to determine right from wrong? In criminal law, there is a general rule that individuals are to be held legally responsible for their actions. Society's values and morals allow for several exceptions in situations in which it would not be fair for just to hold persons criminally liable. Excuses essentially admit the wrongfulness of the act, but seek to establish that the defendant is not criminally responsible because the act took place under conditions such as compulsion, immaturity, or insanity. Automatism is an excuse defense that has been characterized as similar to the excuse of ignorance. That is, an automatism can be defined as an action taken without any knowledge of acting or without consciousness of what is being done. Automatism, however, is not simply a matter of acting out of ignorance. In the case of automatism, the defendant is unaware that he or she is acting at all. To help us better understand automatism, we must learn the difference between mens rea and actus rea. Mens rea means guilty mind, and actus rea means guilty act. The automatism offense seeks to prove that the defendant made physical actions that led to a bad outcome, but did not perform a guilty act. As such, the automatism defense is the only excuse defense that is based on the actus reus element, rather being purely a mens rea excuse defense. In an insanity defense, the defense acknowledges the guilty act, but claims that the defendant should not be held blameworthy due to the lack of a guilty mind or intent. Now comes the issue of responsibility. Some believe that the mentally ill are not substantially less able to control their behavior than those without mental illnesses. Therefore, they should be held accountable for their wrongdoings on the same terms as everyone else. On the other hand, some believe that it is fundamentally wrong to punish a person whose severe mental illness caused them to be impaired and they do not have rational control over their behavior. To recap, automatism is an excuse defense that can be a controversial issue due to society's diversifying values and morals. Although the automatism defense can be a valid one, there is still an issue of responsibility.